Time now, 12 noon on this Tuesday afternoon, August 19th, 2014. Time now for the Weather Magician PJ Wiggins, the Noontime Report. Tuesday afternoon, August 19th, 2014. Good afternoon, everybody. Our current conditions at 12 noon here in North Massachusetts got a temperature of 76 degrees at temperature with a 42% humidity. Wind speed to the northwest about 7 miles per hour and a dew with about 51 degrees and visibility of 10 miles. Take a look at our radar scope and it shows a line of spotty rain clouds on the northeast of Quebec and searching in eastern New Brunswick down for the eastern portions of Nova Scotia. Spotty rain clouds in southwestern and central and eastern portions of Prince Edward Island and the eastern portions of Quebec. A lot of rain clouds in Ontario and searching in eastern UP and Michigan and down for eastern and west central portions of Michigan here. A lot of rain clouds from west central Pennsylvania down for West Virginia and northeastern Virginia, and spotty rain showers and storms from southern West Virginia down for eastern Kentucky and Tennessee. A lot of rain showers and few storms around the Gulf states and down for southern Georgia and south central Alabama. A lot of rain showers off the Carolina and Georgia and Florida coastlines there, and a lot of rain showers at southwestern portions of Florida. A lot of rain showers and storms from eastern Missouri, stretching in central Illinois. A lot of rain showers in central portions of Texas with some thunderstorms in the area. And a lot of rain showers and storms from north central Mexico, stretching in Arizona, eastern Nevada, up to Utah, western Colorado, and southern Wyoming, and a lot of rain showers and storms from the central and eastern portions of Washington State, up to northern Idaho, southwestern portions of British Columbia and Alberta, for the central portions of Saskatchewan here, and a lot of rain showers of west central portions of Oregon here. 82 degrees in Cornerville, Tennessee. Good afternoon with overcast skies here, and take a look at the Phoenix radar here. And it shows a lot of rain showers and a few storms around outside the Phoenix metropolitan area, a lot of rain showers around Chandler and Sun Lakes. And this is a Salt Lake City radar here, and it shows periodic bands of light to moderate bands of rain around the Salt Lake City area here. And take a look at the St. Louis radar here, and it shows moderate bands of rain around the St. Louis area here. Alright, let's take a look at our satellite loop here. And it shows spotty clouds from central Pennsylvania down to the Virginias and out to sea. A lot of clouds off the Carolinas, Virginias, and Florida coastline here. A lot of clouds from north central Florida Panhandle. A lot of clouds from central Texas, eastern Arkansas, Missouri down for western Illinois, and a lot of clouds from Michigan and up to northern Wisconsin and the UP and Michigan and up in Ontario. A lot of clouds covered in a bunch of eastern Quebec down for Newfoundland there, and a lot of clouds from Arizona and down for eastern Utah, Nevada, western Colorado, Wyoming, and down for southern Idaho. A lot of clouds from Oregon up to eastern Washington, up to British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba, up to James Bay, Ontario here. Take a look at our map situation. There's cold front from eastern Colorado stretching it down for Kansas, station front from Kansas stretching into Illinois, and the cold front from Illinois and up into Wisconsin. Warm front from Michigan stretching in Ohio, and warm station front from Virginia stretching out to sea. And lots of frontal boundaries lows on much of the western portion of the United States here, with a low pressure in Kansas and a ridge of high pressure in the middle of all the lows around the west is stretching from western Colorado down for western Wyoming and down for eastern Idaho, western Wyoming here, and a high pressure in Oklahoma, Florida, and a pair of low pressures around the Virginias, and a high pressure up in Vermont, and a pair of low pressure around Wisconsin and UP and Michigan here. And we've got front of from Georgia down to the Carolinas, another front of from Oklahoma up to Arkansas down to Missouri, and a front of from eastern Quebec here. 68 degrees at temperature in Boston, 73 out in New York City, 77 in Pittsburgh, Washington, and Atlanta, 88 in Miami, Florida, 84 in Brownsville, Texas, 82 in Dallas, Texas, 76 in Kansas City, 77 in Omaha, Nebraska and Chicago, Illinois, 76 in Detroit, 69 in Minneapolis, it's 61 in Great Falls, Montana, 62 in Seattle, 61 in San Francisco, 69 in Los Angeles, 77 in Las Vegas, 78 out in Phoenix, 70 out in Salt Lake City, 64 in Denver, and 67 in Albuquerque, New Mexico here. High pressure in western Florida. Current conditions in the Atlanta region, we have a 69 degree temperature reading for Boston, 61 in Boston Harbor, 73 in Fitchburg, 68 in Bedford, 70 in Beverly and Lawrence, 63 in Gloucester, it's 67 out in Worcester, 65 in Sturbridge, 71 in Webster, 71 in Norwood, 73 in Taunton, 72 in Bedford, it's 68 in Plymouth, 72 in Falmouth, 71 in Chatham, 66 in Provincetown and Cape Cod Bay, 73 in Boston Freedom, 68 in Nantucket, 75 Wesley, 70 in Providence and in Smithfield, at 70 in Springfield, 63 in Amherst, 66 in Greenfield, 67 in Pittsfield, and at North Adams and in Albany, 67 in Brattleboro, 69 in Bennington, 66 in Keene, 67 in Jeffrey, New Hampshire, and Manchester, New Hampshire, 68 in Concord, New Hampshire, 70 out in Nashua and Pottsville, New Hampshire, 70 in Windsor, Loxton, and Hartford, and Danbury, Connecticut, and Waterbury, Connecticut, it's 73 out in Meriden, 68 in New Haven, 71 in Bridgeport, 67 in Long Island Sound, it's 71 in Montauk, 72 in Islip, 75 out in New York City. Here. Forecast discussion around the country shows a slight risk of severe thunderstorms on the parts of the western Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes, and heavy rain possible over the parts of the western Ohio Valley and parts of the central and northern plains. Upper level over the upper Great Lakes will move to Michigan, while weakening by Wednesday evening, and showers and thunderstorms also develop ahead of the associated front from the upper Great Lakes to the middle Mississippi Valley to the slowly move to the lower Great Lakes and middle and the Ohio Valley by Wednesday. In addition, an upper level impulse over the southeast will move off the coast by Wednesday morning, and the energy will aid in the development of the showers and thunderstorms over the parts of the Midland coast on the southeast on Tuesday. Meanwhile, upper level energy over the northern intermountain region will be moving eastward to the northern plains by Wednesday evening, and the energy will move into the low east air over the northern plains on Wednesday, producing showers and thunderstorms over the northern high plains and northern high plains. Addition to upper level low along the central coast along the monsoon moisture will produce showers and thunderstorms over the southwestern and the central Rockies and Great Basin on Tuesday. The area of showers and thunderstorms will decrease over the southwestern and the central Rockies on Wednesday. Here. Forecast discussion here in New England here, and it shows mainly dry weather with temperatures near or slightly below normal expected for Wednesday. Uncertainty in the forecast of this weekend with regards to the proximity of coastal low pressure to the New England. In your term forecast of typical weather for August at below seasonal conditions, a low humidity such weather will be expected in late September and early August. A quiet weather day as a sitting product low pressure center and sweeps east off the Atlantic. Well offshore of southern New England and mid-level ridge will be to the west ahead of a low over the Great Lakes region will offer a continued high pressure and light wind to the surface. Anticipate the subsequent thermal and weak gradient difference to result in an onshore sea breeze beginning well into the century of the New England by late afternoon already, observing some onshore flow along the coastline. Slightly below seasonable highs by a degree are 2 below beneath mostly sunny conditions. The few wisps surface along with the drill cumulus anticipated as soon by the previous forecast we'll see. Temperatures warmer than around the upper 70s and cooler along the shorelines with onshore sea breezes and coupled with some continued low humidity except the pleasant day to day. Yeah? Alright, let's take a look at what is going on in the tropics here. And we have a double-barreled action in the Atlantic Pacific here, Atlantic coast here. A weak area of low pressure located about 1,000 miles east of the Western Antilles producing disorganized showers and thunderstorm activity, and some soil development over the system is possible later this week as it approaches the Western Antilles and moves in the Caribbean Sea. Formation chance of 4 hours, low 10% formation chance of 5 days, height low 20% for 5 days. And a tropical wave located about midway between the west coast of Africa and Western Antilles is producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Some soil development of this system is possible over the next several days while it moves toward in the west northwest about 10 miles per hour. Formation chance for 4 hours, low 10% formation chance for 5 days, low 20%. And in the Eastern Pacific, National Hurricane Center Nation and advisories on tropical storm Karina located more than 1,000 miles east of the big Island wide and tropical storm low located about 700 miles west southwest of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula. Large but disorganized air showers and thunderstorms have located over the far eastern Pacific associated with a tropical wave. A low pressure system is expected to form south of the Gulf of the Tonga during the next day or two, and environmental conditions are conducted for the low to become a tropical depression by the weekend while it moves west northwest off the coast of southeastern Mexico. Here. Formation chance for 4 hours, low 10% formation chance for 5 days, high 70%. Here. And the latest on tropical storm Karina here, the 11 a.m. up advisory here. 15.7 to the north, 134.4 to the west, and max sustained winds about 50 miles per hour, movement west about 5 miles per hour. And the latest public advisory here, Karina forecast to last for a few more days as the location 15.7 to the north, 134.4 to the west is 11 a.m. Eastern time, about 1390 miles, 2235 kilometers east of Hale, Hawaii. Max sustained winds about 50 miles by 85 kilometers an hour. Present movement west at 270 degrees at 5 miles by 7 kilometers an hour. Minimum central pressure 1,000 millibars at 29.53 inches, and there are no coastal watches or warnings in effect. At 8 a.m. Pacific time, 15 UTC, the center of tropical storm Karina, it was located near latitude 15.7 and off, longitude 134.4 to the west, and Karina is moving toward the west near 5 miles per 7 kilometers an hour. An additional increase in forward speed is expected, and Karina could become nearly stationary by Wednesday night. Max sustained winds near 50 miles by 85 kilometers an hour with higher gusts. Some small fluctuation in intensity are likely, but during the next 48 hours, the tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 80 miles per 130 kilometers from the center, and the estimated minimum central pressure is 1,000 millibars at 29.53 inches. No hazards affecting land, so the land will be spared from Karina as well as tropical storm low with a set location 70.7 in the north, 119.7 in the west. The maximum sustained winds about 50 miles per hour. Movement west northwest about 7 miles per hour. And the latest 11 a.m. advisory on tropical storm low is moving west northwest with a 70.7 in the north, 119.7 in the west. About 730 miles, 1175 kilometers west southwest of the 7th tip of Baja California. Maximum sustained winds 50 miles by 85 kilometers an hour. Present movement west northwest about 300 degrees at 7 miles per hour, 11 kilometers an hour. Minimum central pressure 996 millibars, 29.42 inches, and there are no coastal warnings. There's warnings in effect. At AM Pacific time at 15 on UTC, the central tropical storm low was located near latitude 17.7 in the north, longitude 119.7 in the west, and low is moving toward the west northwest near 7 miles per hour, 11 kilometers an hour. Turn toward the northwest is expected to occur today, followed by a turn toward the north-northwest and a decrease in forward speed tonight and Wednesday. Max sustained winds at near 50 miles by 85 kilometers an hour with higher gusts and some strength winds forecast during the next day or so. Top storm force winds and extend outward up to 140 miles by 20 kilometers from the center. The estimated minimum central pressure is 996 millibars at 29.42 inches. Here, hazard affecting the land? None. Take a look at our Hurricane Center outlook here. I said a low pressure about 80 miles east-southeast of high low moved west slowly, pulsing thunderstorms developing into this slow shower. Increased organization during the past 6 hours of special weather directed with a circulation by tropical storm created easily shear over the area of in question will tend to suppress development during the next 2 days. However, formation chance for us low 10% and I said a low pressure about 80 miles south of Honolulu moved west slowly, thunderstorm persistent near the low, significant easterly shear over the area, then the question will tend to suppress during development during the next 2 days. Formation chance for forecast low 10% here. Okay, take a look at today's highs. We will see 74 to 82 degrees for the region here with some beautiful day in store for today. And high pressure will hold for much of the week as high pressure will slide over eastern Canada throughout the weekend, hanging about across New England. This will keep conditions mainly dry but slightly cooler than normal in the weekend there. And tonight's lows will be 49 to 61 degrees and tomorrow's high 75 to 84 degrees there. And the Boston Almanac for the sunset today 74 degrees, low 59 degrees average, 79 degrees, 5 degrees below normal in the high. 65 degrees, which is 6 degrees below the normal low, and record 92 set back in 1983, and 51 degrees set back in 1966, and all the highs took place on a Friday, August 19, 1983, and Friday, August 19, 1966. When you got up in the morning, how cold was it? It was a chilly start to your morning. Look at New Hampton, New Hampshire. 39 degrees. Searsburg, Vermont. 40 degrees. New Hartford, Connecticut. 41 degrees. We're Massachusetts, 42 degrees, and Freiburg, Maine, 43 degrees. It was a chilly start to your morning. And let's take the Weather Magician time machine back to Monday, August 19th, 1991, as Hurricane Bob made landfall in Block Island early on the 19th, crossed Newport, then moved offshore south of Boston. Final landfall near Penumbra, Maine, central Maine, and storm surge 5 to 8 feet along the coast, around and 12 to 15 feet in upper end of Buzzard Bay. Fatality 6 in New England, all in Connecticut. Lowest landfall pressure 964 millibars at 20.47 inches. Damage cost $1.5 billion in 1991, $35.4 billion at 2013 money. This is Hurricane Bob and Sal in the early morning of August 19, 1991. It was a last time a storm hit New England there. And the maximum rainfall inches 8.24 inches in Portland, New Hampshire, Shreveport up in Maine. Other rainfall totals: Foster, Rhode Island, 7.13 inches. Milford, New Hampshire, 6.44 inches. Lewiston, Maine, 6.30 inches. And Haverhill, Massachusetts, 6.09 inches. As the Cape Canaveras got the most wind and a little rain, and this part got the most rain and little wind here. And the highest wind gusts. Block Island, Rhode Island, 105 miles per hour. Chatham, Massachusetts, 96 miles per hour. Wisconsin, Maine, 92 miles an hour. Only hurricane to make landfall during the 1991 season. This is a house before Falmouth, Massachusetts, before Bob hit, and this is after Bob hit. Flood and rains in that house in Falmouth, Massachusetts. Here. Okay, let's take a look. Head back to 2014 from 1991. Let's take a look at a view from the outside, and it shows another glorious day on tap. So another beautiful day in store. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It goes like this here. But today we are gonna see some sunny skies with a high around 79 degrees and light north wind. Tonight, patch of fog between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. wise. Most of the coast got blowing 54 degrees and south wind around 6 miles per hour. Becoming calm in the evening. Wednesday, patch of fog before 8 a.m. wise. Sunny skies under 80 degrees and calm wind becoming east around 6 miles per hour in the morning, in the afternoon. Wednesday night, patch of fog after 2 a.m. wise. Podcast got blowing 54 degrees and light variable wind. Thursday, patch of fog before 8 a.m. wise. Most of the sunny skies under 36 degrees and east wind about 3 to 7 miles per hour. Friday night, most of the clouds got blowing 59 degrees. Friday, patch of sun skies under 35 degrees. Friday night, most of the clouds got blowing 59 degrees. And for Saturday, patch of sun skies under 33 degrees. Saturday night, most of the clouds got blowing 58 degrees. Sunday, patch of sun skies under 32 degrees. Sunday night, most of the clouds got blowing 57 degrees. For Monday, most of the sun skies under 36 degrees. Peters, what a phrase of the day. A terrific Tuesday in store. Peter Channel News Time is now 12:16 and it's time now for the travel report here, and it shows Route 3 on the southbound side a little slow from 220 in Rockland to 139 in Marshfield due to apparent accidents on Pembroke, exit left lane and Route 3 block southbound before exit 12 and 139. It's stop go traffic on exit 13 Route 53 in Hanover here, and it's backed up all the way to Weymouth here and Southeast Expressway northbound side slow from Quincy down for the Tip O'Neill tunnels. Soldiers Field Road in the westbound side a little slow from Western Avenue to Harvard, and Route 120 the northbound side at exit 21 and Route 16 Wellesley in an accident here, but otherwise 120 is good to go from Manchester, Gloucester all the way up in the Braintree here. 495 on the northbound side, an accident in Lowell. After you pass Route 3A, so try to back around in that area here. But otherwise, a good commute on your noontime, lunchtime rush here. Peter and 146 southbound in North Smithfield, and a little accident here. Around 104 in Smithfield here, North Smithfield here, try to back around. But otherwise, a good lunchtime commute here. Peter Channel News Time, 12:18. It's time now for the Peter Channel News Noontime Report on this August 19th, 2014 on a Tuesday. Peter J. Wiggins, it is what's happening in the world news. Our top story at 12:18 is in Ferguson, Missouri, where strict new protest rules at the presidents of the National Court in Ferguson did to prevent fresh clashes with police on Monday night, and the ninth night of an arrest since unarmed black teenager Michael Brown was shot dead by a white police officer. You don't become a success like the Ice Bucket Challenge without a few fails along the way. The viral social media campaign to raise money for ALS has raised $22.9 million since July 29th, according to the ALS Association, as people continue to post videos of themselves deputized to raise money for ALS. Sami Abu Zuri says Hamas was not beyond records that broke ceasefire at a public IDF strikes. Hamas warns if Netanyahu doesn't understand democratic language, we will force him to understand. I have never my brain says Taylor Swift on her new single, but that's not true. She has time and age and gentleman in mind, but the music and the lyrics are test. The handset maker HTC has unveiled a new smartphone that runs a Windows Phone operating system. The modified One M8 is priced at $99, which is £60 in British money, roughly half the amount of the same handset running in Google's Android. Two teens were planning to kill as many as soon as possible in California's school shooting plot. Buenos Aires, Argentina. 3 relatives of Pope Francis died, and the 4th was a critical condition shot on Tuesday after a car crash at a provincial highway at Argentina, the Vatican head of local police officers said. Ukraine has accused the pro-Russian rebels of killing dozens of civilians fleeing from the war-torn east as crisis talks between Kiev and Moscow failed to halt but the bloodshed. Pakistani opposition leader Imran Khan plans to breach a restricted area of the capital tonight after 3 days of peaceful protests prompted success to repay to fall as risk of violence grows. The Islamic State has targeted key energy infrastructure in Iraq, including Mosul Dam, which was recaptured yesterday by Kurdish and Iraqi forces backed by U.S. airstrikes. President Obama's remarks on the Michael Brown killing didn't light any fires, but maybe there was a point. Maybe the president does wait till all the facts are in, but rather than follow the Twitterverse into headlong rush into judgment. A 63-year-old Florida woman actually shot her 70-year-old grandson in the middle of the night when she mistook him for an intruder, according to Reuters. Home Depot says U.S. housing recovery to boost sales in second half as second quarter same-store sales rise 5.8%. U.S. same-store sales increased 6.4% and raised its full-year profit forecast at $4.52 hour from $4.42. Elizabeth Warren reported the biggest quarterly loss ever because of a steep and expected sales decline of celebrity perfumes, particularly Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift brands. Home building took off in July's builders broke ground at new homes at the fastest pace in a year. Housing starts rose at 50.7% from June to the season. Adjusted rate of $1.1 billion annually, the Census Bureau said Tuesday. It has been 10 years since the initial public offering of the domain search company, and how grown up Google has power so swift and breathtaking and shaking up the world order of the advertising industry, disrupting the technology. David Letterman gave a heartfelt tribute to a 63-year-old Robin Williams Monday. The late show did not tip any new episodes in the days after the 63-year-old actor committed suicide, so Letterman assembled a touch and 10-minute package that featured memorable clips. It's no joke, Kevin Hart is engaged. The comedian shared a photo on Instagram Monday with his lady and Nicole Perry showing off her enormous rock. Jackie Chan's son JC Chen posted photographs of the film premiere in Hong Kong 2000 as Chinese police bust Jackie Chan's son in drug crackdown. Don Pardo, the voice of NBC and Saturday Night Live, dead at the age of 96. You're a great guy, Don Pardo. Rest in peace, Mr. Pardo. Sports Center highlighted the night. Johnny Manziel threw for 65 yards and a touchdown, while Brian Hoyer threw for 16 yards and a Browns 24-23 preseason loss to the Redskins as a hands-up don't shoot protest made its way to the NFL. The Washington Redskins secondary emerged from the stadium tunnel during pre-game instructions Monday night with hands raised and palms forward. Ray McCoy and Tiger Woods are a good old time together touring New York this week. Gives seems the latest platonic talents included sharing an aspect of challenge everyone on the entire internet is doing. Thousands of intense earthquakes rock Iceland. Giant toothless pterosaurs with wingspan searching 39 feet across the world the sky 16 million years ago. And the new research suggests that these ancient flying creatures once had a worldwide presence likely played an important role in late Cretaceous. In health news, African nations hit hard by the Ebola outbreak should start screening all passengers leaving international airports, seaports, and major ground crossings, the World Health Organization recommended on Monday. The U.S. Department of Justice has completed its probe into the platelet inhibition and patient outcomes in the trial of Tecagrelor, Brulanta, and AstraZeneca, and the setting of acute coronary syndrome is not planning any further action, according in Tuesday, exercise and brain power should may not seem closely related, but a small news and hints that fitness may supercharge kids' minds. Take a look at the New England Incident alerts in Wellfield, Massachusetts this morning. A multi-car head-on crash on Route 6 in Crack Road has claimed the life of a person, and this resulted in the road and closed on both sides of Route 6 in Wellfleet. In Bridgeport, Connecticut, on the intersection of Barnum Street and Outlet Street, units are on scene of a fire in a five-story heavy timber commercial building, which was on the scene of the former Remington Arms complex set up for the defense operations as fires jumped to a third section of the building as two-story section. The main body of the fire has been knocked down as the fires is still heavier than two sections of the five-story building at 11:45. Amon also commanded has put the bottom avenue side knocked down, the house side still alive. Severe. And this is the side of the fire. Barnum Avenue and Howlett Street in Bridgeport, Connecticut. There. And this just came in from the Saugus Police Department here. As Saugus says, Police Chief Dominic J. DeMille is urging anyone who may have witnessed a brazen carjacking of a 90-year-old man this morning to come forward with any information they might have. Saugus Police responded at 8:09 a.m. on Tuesday for a report of a carjacking at the Stop and Shop supermarket on Main Street. Upon arrival, officers found the victim, a 90-year-old man from Saugus who was doing his grocery shopping, had been attacked and was bleeding on the sidewalk. The victim described his attacker as a white male, about 5'7", with dark hair, wearing long pants. The suspect stole the victim's 2001 Ford Focus, brown in color, last plate Massachusetts 868 NHV. The victim's crime and declined transportation to the hospital. Instead, a Saugus police officer drove him to the relative's house. Saugus police are reviewing surveillance footage from the scene and will distribute any usable footage to the media. Anyone who may have seen what happened or who may have seen the vehicle is urged, and a question is urged to call Saugus police at 781-941-1199. You may also call the anonymous tip line at 781-231-4037. Let's hope they find this guy. Okay, let's take a look at the stock market report at 12:25. Dow Jones 6908.07 up 69.33. S&P 500 1979.68 up 794, and Nasdaq 45.20 and 3/4 up 12.44. European market here. 93.34.20 on the DAX, 88.95 up. FTSE 6779.31 up 30.06, and CAC 44.254.45 up 23.80. In Asia market, 15.449.79 in Nikkei up 127.19. Shanghai 2245.33 up 586, and HSI 25122.95 up 167.49. In the oil markets here, 9569 down 32 hundredths of a point, Brent 101.55 down 5 hundredths of a point, and natural gas 3.913 up 121 thousandths of a point. In the gold 1296.70 down 260, silver 1943 down 205 thousandths of a point, and copper 3.0905 down 185 thousandths of a point here. In the bond, US 10-year yield 2.4033% up 16 thousandths of a point. Germany 10-year yield 1.002% down 2 thousandths of a point, and Japanese 10-year yield 5.1% down 2 thousandths of a point. European US dollar 1.3317 down 45 thousandths of a point. US dollar Japanese yen 1.285 up 29 hundredths of a point, and Great Britain pound US dollar 1.6615 down 111 thousandths of a point. That's coming in with Magician P Channel News though. Noontime open on August 19th, 2014 on a Tuesday evening, Tuesday afternoon. PJ with you. Have a good day with a good positive day. Be see you for the evening report at 5 o'clock. Have a good day with a good positive day. Jude here.